Hey there! If you're an adult living with sensory processing challenges, you might have noticed something frustrating. You get anxious, overwhelmed, or stressed more easily than others. You might even wonder if it's all in your head. Here's the truth, it's not. Your sensory processing system and your anxiety are deeply connected. Today, I want to help you understand why this happens and what it means for your daily life. Sensory processing disorder means your brain receives, organizes, and responds to sensory information differently. For some, over-responsiveness means that even normal sights, sounds, or touch can feel intense, irritating, or even painful. For others, under-responsiveness might make it hard to notice important signals, so you unconsciously seek more input. Either way, your nervous system is working harder than most, which can trigger feelings of stress and overwhelm. Sensory overload occurs when the sensory systems are bombarded with more input than they can effectively process, leading to discomfort and stress. It can stem from a single overwhelming stimulus or a combination of many sensory inputs simultaneously. The experience can feel like being underwater, unable to filter out the constant barrage of sights, sounds, touch, smell, movement, and internal sensations. For adults with SPD or sensory processing disorder, everyday environments like a noisy cafe, crowded malls, or bright, cluttered workspaces can trigger this if your sensory system is sensitive. When you encounter too much sensory input, your body reacts as if it's in danger. Your sympathetic nervous system kicks in, your heart rate rises, muscles tense, and your brain focuses on surviving rather than thinking clearly. This is what we feel as overstimulation, and it often looks like racing thoughts, feeling overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, irritability or snapping at people, difficulty concentrating, physical manifestations like headaches, or feeling on edge or emotionally drained. Research consistently shows a significant correlation between sensory defensiveness or hypersensitivity and anxiety in adults. Individuals with higher levels of sensory processing sensitivity also report elevated levels of stress or poorer mental health outcomes. The constant feeling of being bombarded and overwhelmed by sensory input is inherently distressing. For individuals with a low neurological threshold, even low-intensity stimuli can provoke a strong, uncomfortable reaction, triggering anxiety. To manage this discomfort and prevent sensory overload, individuals with SPD often develop active avoidance strategies. They might avoid crowded places, certain social situations, specific clothing, or even career opportunities. This avoidance, while initially protective, can lead to social isolation, limited participation in daily activities, and further impact mental well-being. Here's the tricky part. Anxiety can make sensory processing more intense. Heightened stress or anxiety can lower a person's sensory tolerance, making them more susceptible to overwhelm. And in turn, sensory overload can amplify feelings of anxiety. This is often described as the Avalanche effect, where hypersensitivity leads to stress, which then increases sensitivity to stimuli. When your brain is on high alert, it notices even small sensations vividly. That means loud noises feel louder, bright lights feel harsher, touch can feel more irritating. And the more your senses are overwhelmed, the more anxious you become. It's a cycle that feeds itself, but knowing it exists is the first step to breaking it. So what can you do about it? Understanding the link between sensory processing disorder, overstimulation, and anxiety can help you manage your responses better. Create sensory-friendly spaces at home and at work. Use calming sensory input like weighted blankets, deep pressure, or fidget tools. Schedule regular breaks from busy environments. Practice self-soothing techniques, slow breathing, grounding exercises, mindfulness. And lastly, seek professional support. Occupational therapists or mental health professionals can guide you in developing personalized strategies. The goal isn't to eliminate all stress. Life is stimulating, but to give your nervous system tools to regulate so anxiety doesn't control your life. So if you've been struggling with overstimulation or anxiety and never understood why, now you know it's not just you. It's your sensory system reacting to the world. If you'd like a free tool to get started, check out the link below for my sensory overload checklist. It's a simple, practical guide to help you spot the signs and patterns that show when you're reaching your sensory limit. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone who might be feeling this way. And tell me in the comments what sensory input affects you the most and how do you cope with it. Your experience could help someone else today.